If Monet used a canvas to create his art, a tattoo artist uses the human body. And Cesar Perez has a talent for turning the skin into a real-life image.
I do most of the black and gray photorealism and surrealism.
From his downtown shop in Keene, Creative Ink., Cesar has gained a reputation for taking people's ideas and making them almost lifelike with a needle.
It's kind of like art, you know? So you're putting the things together, you're spending all this time to like concentrate and really get the detail, and it's pretty much like, you know, other mediums.
As a kid, Cesar grew up in Peru, even spending time living deep in the jungle for his father's work. One thing was constant, though, his love of art.
I spend a lot of time drawing and painting and stuff. My kids kind of do the same thing, which is kind of amazing.
As a young man, when he saw tattooing, he got curious and started practicing on himself. Do you remember what your first tattoo was?
That I did?
Yeah.
It was an alien chef cooking a steak on a grill.
Over the years, Cesar has come a long way since that alien chef. He settled with his wife and kids in Keene, and his realistic work is now in demand. From dogs to movie characters to people's relatives detailed in the skin. And when he's not inking people, he does use a good old-fashioned canvas. His side hustle is airbrush painting.
You get this nice, soft, beautiful, you know, colorful paintings. It's definitely a lot easier than tattooing for sure, but you know, it looks awesome, so I really like that.
While Keene is getting artistic influence from South America, Manchester is getting a taste of the West Coast.
Well, I've been tattooing since, I'll say, late 80s. But I started professionally like early 90s.
Angel Villanueva moved from LA and now runs New Inkland Tattoo in Manchester. The stay-at-home order built up big-time demand for tattoos.
Just in the last month and a half since we've been open, I've probably done over 1,500 or so.
While he also does realism tattoos, he does get a lot of requests for flowers.
Well, I've kind of been known to do a lot of roses. That's something that I hated to do, but I've been doing a lot of roses.
Also in demand, tattoos meant to save a person's life.
Actually, no, I don't think it is very known, you know, and I think it should be a good idea to tell people, you know, make them aware, you know.
Angel does something called medical tattoos, using ink to help recreate the body's look after something like a breast cancer surgery. Or more commonly, using a tattoo to tell someone about your serious illness when you can't.
I remember walking with my dad and then sort of got tunnel vision and lights went out and I woke up in the EMT room.
Matt Bowden of Dover still remembers that day as a kid having a medical emergency thanks to a potentially life-threatening condition.
I was diagnosed June 21st, 1996.
He was 10 years old. He had lost 40 pounds. He learned from his doctor he had type 1 diabetes. From then on, every day he would have to carefully monitor his insulin levels and watch for complications. Since that day, Matt has led a healthy life, got married, started a family, and now uses an insulin pump. Since that one incident, he's never had another medical emergency. But in case he did and wasn't able to speak out on his behalf, he turned to a tattoo studio to do the talking for him. Like many with medical conditions, Matt inked a message to medical responders right on his arm.
You know, let's get a tattoo and and just be bold about it. And, you know, so if anything were to happen, I don't need to worry about, am I wearing a bracelet or am I wearing a necklace? I just got my tattoo. And then also, instead of having the staff, I had a syringe to represent my diabetes, which I thought was pretty unique.
The tattoo design is unique, but the story, for some, is familiar.
I've been diabetic for almost 48 years. I've gone through a lot. I've had 2 children, which I was very lucky to have.
Deb Fay of Laconia also lives with type 1 diabetes.
My father, my grandfather, my great-grandfather all had type 2. I'm the only one with type 1.
Complications from the condition almost caused her to go blind.
Some days it's very frustrating. Some days I wish I could just say, okay, I'm done being a diabetic today.
There is a danger Deb could go into shock, among other complications. So she considered a Medic Alert bracelet, but didn't like the idea. And then
8 years ago, I saw a man with one on his arm, and I was like, that is what I want.
for her 50th birthday, she got a medical tattoo.
I've run into different people like EMTs and stuff, and they've seen it on my arm, and they said that is like the best thing I could have done. Doesn't come off. It's with me 24/7.
Turns out, if you're looking to save a life or recreate one in an image, all you need is some ink, a talented artist, and your own personal canvas.